Okay, Paul Cooke. I think that's probably a summing up that game. We've got the 2 points.
Yeah, cost, Jaff, if I'm honest. We've lost Rocky to a broken arm. Jimmy Beckett to a 12-day stand-down HIA Cat 1. So it's come at a cost, but we came here for 2 points and we got it. I'm really proud of the players tonight. It felt, towards the end of the game that it was a loss. I don't know, I had some strange feelings, during the last 6 or 8 minutes. But when you look at Will Jubb in there, who's running around with one leg, Ryan's inconsolable with a broken arm, his same arm he broke when he came to the club. He's going to go to hospital and he's going to have a look at getting that fixed. And then we've got Jimmy, who's come in with little Tweety birds flying around his head, and he's going to be out for next weekend. So I can't speak highly enough of that playing group. They're really tough today. And I know that we've conceded too many points. I think the only downside of today would have been that if we'd scored 30 and conceded 42, I'd be really upset. But today we've conceded 30 and scored 42. And we've scored enough points to win a game. We've just conceded too many. And I think Doncaster will be disappointed that they've scored 30 points and lost the game. Because if you want to go into playoffs, you can't afford to concede 30 and 42 points. I don't think either team will be happy defensively. But I am proud of the players' efforts. Will Jubb looked like he had to come off. We had a change at the end of the game with Gadwin. We've gone in at half-time. I'm going to stop saying stuff at half-time that gives us a slight advantage. We only made 2 changes first half. We've got 6 up our sleeve. And then on 70 minutes, we've got none left, and that includes a HIA with Jimmy Beckett. So, we know we've got to be better without the football. But the character of that team today, I'm over the moon with. When we shut the doors at our training venue, and we're all together, it's one big, not happy family, but one big family. There's people in there that are unhappy that they're not playing, of course, but we're as one, and I'm really proud of where the players are at. From the start of the season to win 10 out of 12, and we've only lost to the top 2 teams in the last 3 months, is testament to where the players have got themselves to, and the staff's really hard work. Jed, Ian, the rest of the medical staff, Graham and his staff, Dan and the S&C and everybody that helps out at the club. It's been a phenomenal effort.
Obviously, that first half, Rovers sort of took the lead. It was a bit end-to-end, and the Rovers took the lead, got in front. Then Doncaster came back. I think just that little bit erratic, wasn't it, just around that half-time period, and then Rovers came out and scored straight away.
We go 18-6 up, and then we get a penalty on halfway for the kick-out on the full, and we fail to make touch. It's criminal, of course. It's an individual one. Fortunately for that individual, he can't make it again for the rest of the year because he's going to probably miss it. But they're little errors that we can't afford to make. 2 play, 1 errors, Connor win. We can't afford to make them in big games, and you can't afford to concede 30 points in big games. I know this was a big game, but it's not a playoff game. And if you concede 30 in a playoff game, you ain't winning. Yeah. That's as simple as that. So we're going to have to be better, and we're going to have to learn some lessons. Today's going to be a really interesting watch for me tonight when I go home. I'll go back to the part of the season when I first took over and Jed came in and Ian became, we was all the staff of 3. When I used to go home, and I used to think I'd better take a bottle of wine with me and I better watch something with a bottle of wine because I'm not going to like this. And tonight I'm probably going to go home and I'm going to go back to the days where we was losing games and watch the game in a similar way. So without the wine and beer, I'm off it. So, but I'm really proud of the players and their efforts, and we're going to need every single one of the squad moving forward because we're busted a little bit and we're going to lose some players. So, players are going to get opportunities to play, and that's what we've got a team for. And I'm looking forward to see where we can get to next weekend against a team that I've won up in Barrow today.
Okay, very stop-start game at times. It must have been frustrating for some players out there, but we seem to just dig deep, and that's what it's about today, wasn't it? Digging deep. It felt a bit playoffy at the beginning.
Well, we knew that the game was going to be stopped out because of Dave Merrick and what the work he does with the referee and how he referees. Very little given on the ground, but lots given in terms of off the balls or tackles that are late, or there was no 6 agains in the first half. We knew there'd be very few of them, so we knew that the game would be stop-start. The way Doncaster played last week, they kicked the ball to touch a lot, so we thought they'd try and kick to touch a little bit. They didn't do that, but the game became stop-start and slow, if you like. But we managed that. I thought we didn't become frustrated over it. We was winning the penalty count at break 3-7, so the message to the players was to remain calm and remain composed and still. Don't be frustrated by anything that's happening around us, and try and control what we can. When we get out to 30-12, I think we should go on and win the game comfortably. And I think Rich Horn said to me after the game, he's looking at making changes to look after his troops for the following weeks. He didn't think they could get back in it, but they end up getting back into it, helped by ourselves. Another player one error where we're trying to overplay. And as I said, it's going to be an interesting watch. I've got a million things going through my head at the minute, Jaff, that I'm thinking, why did we do this? Why did we do that? And I haven't even sat and watched it, with a meticulous eye over it yet. So it's going to be a long night, I think.
Yeah, just a special mention for that left side. Benny Reynolds stood up and took control of the game, I think, a little bit, and we should put gloves in for a couple of good tries.
Yeah, I thought gloves was great. I thought Benny was great. I thought, when we got the football in hand, we're a difficult team to play against. We've got lots of big, powerful players in the middle that punch holes. We got some smart halves and that we can play with the football with. I'm shouting for a drop goal, if I'm honest, Jeff. 12 in front and then or 6 in front, and Benny goes and rolls a kick in and it puts the game to bed, I think. So, listen, I'll back them. They'll back me, I'll back them. And as a staff and players, we're as one, and we've got to be, because times are getting tough in terms of injuries and some bumps and bruises, and we're going to need to be all on board.
Big game next week, home against Widnes, £10 a ticket as well for everyone to get down. So the fans again today, amazing.
Magnificent, Jeff. That was absolutely magnificent, and they have been since I came in. And as I just said to somebody else, it was my partner who said to me that they just want some honesty and they want to know that the team's trying and endeavouring to be as good as they can. And I think they can see that with this group. They're not always brilliant with both offence or defence, but they try really hard. They don't give up. The games we lost at the beginning of the year were character building for us. And now we're coming out the other side of them games with 2 points, which is what we wanted coming here, and they're a massive part of that. We need them there next week, and then we go to Sheffield the week after. 2 really big games for us before we play 2 of the top 4 in Oldham and Bradford. So thank you to them that came today, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Bring somebody along with you. We can't wait to get back home again. We've got 2 games left at home now, 2 away, and we need a big end to the season.
Cookie, big 2 points today. Thanks very much.
Huge, thank you.
Cheers, thank you.